Shalom, shalom. Back where I was started, you know, that Romans chapter 11, verse 26, talk about how all Israel shall be saved, which we know, uh, that some will be saved, like the scriptures say, every man's work shall be tested. If any man's work, what I mean, pretty basically like fail, paraphrasing, he shall suffer, loss, as by fire, but he himself shall be saved. We're paraphrasing the scripture. So even if your work is burned, you still gonna get the kingdom. But for us who's striving, because you got some that don't even give a fuck about the kingdom. You got some that say that they care about the kingdom. But really the inward, part is not there. The scripture talk about that. How the seed was sown among some thorns. Some, you know, uh, 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 dry land, basically. And how, some, where the seed was sown, it wasn't sufficient for that man, for that seed to grow. The thorns choked it, or whatever the case may be. But for the good seed, the elect, who the Lord will allow to be able to prosper and grow, those are going to be rooted up and delivered, man. You know, um, but us knowing, not saying that we as must elect, we hope that we must elect, but us knowing, the concept of the elect, where they stand in the scriptures, how the Lord feels about them, and what's about to happen to them, we should be all the more pushing more, man. Us, proclaiming that we hope that we must elect, because that's really where the men whom the Lord shining the most light on. The scriptures say, a man's wisdom maketh his face to shine. You know, um, part of that wisdom is knowing that the Lord has an elect, man, that He's going to deliver, man. You know, um, and He's protecting them. That's a part of wisdom. You know, um, but with that protection, with the gift of prophecy, being able to know these prophecies and everything like that, we should be pushing more. Speaking to myself first and foremost, you know what I mean. It got to be more coming from us. Required from the Lord, man. Because the scriptures say, you know, um, the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared to the glory that shall be revealed in us. I'm quoting that scripture because I'm thinking like, of course we catch hell and everything in His kingdom. You know what I mean, and then even us sometimes we get like excuses. You know what I mean? It's like why we shouldn't do something and things like that. Dealing with our conditions. Which is that's accurate to have, but what I mean sometimes, but what I mean, we gotta check some of these excuses or some of the things that we say is keeping us from doing, what I mean, the will of the Lord, and see if it's actually accurate enough, what I mean, thing to be keeping us away from doing the will of the Lord. It's in this time that we in right now in 2023, it's a year of um, you know, the hope, the hope, the hope that all of the prophecies come to pass, man. So that's what we're doing, man. Hoping that all of the prophecies come to pass. We hoping that the Lord come back yesterday. We wanted the Lord to come back yesterday. That's the whole deal. You know what I mean? So, us wanting the Lord come back, what I mean, we gotta continue to push in His word, but even harder, what I mean, showing forth the desire, how much of a desire that we have for the Lord to come back, man. What I mean, not, the scriptures say, woe to them that desire the Lord. So, what I mean, not, we desire the kingdom. The scriptures say, now they desire a new country wherein dwelleth righteousness. So we desire the kingdom of heaven to be established on the earth, man. You know what I mean? Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, like the scriptures say in the book of Matthew chapter 6, the Lord's Prayer. No, I'm sorry. That's that might be something else. But it's like you. Um, but Yeah, kind of is it. But actually, I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there. Lord's when it's edifying through every shall give me a spiritual lesson. Next time I say shalom, well, Bible ball, shalom. Keep the faith, keep enduring, keep pushing, and go harder. Gotta go harder. Shalom. Yamar.